I found the most hated things in Attack on Titan. Things that piss off AOT haters and fans. Like the fact that Mikasa won't tell Eren how she really feels. She's been into Eren since the beginning of the series, and fans get angry because over the course of the entire anime, she doesn't once mention that she loves him. Can you imagine how the story would have changed if Mikasa would have revealed her feelings for Eren earlier? I mean, come on! Maybe Eren would have actually decided to run away with her, or maybe he would have tried to save Paradise Island another way. And maybe if Mikasa told him about her feelings, she wouldn't be such a one-dimensional character. Fans hate that Mikasa's entire personality is just her saying, Eren! This is actually a pretty common issue that happens in an anime, and it's called Orihime syndrome. Mikasa started out as a really promising female character. She had a super sad backstory and could kill titans like Levi, but her entire personality got erased for the sole purpose of being a reflection of Eren. If you've only ever watched the anime version of Attack on Titan, some people would say you're lucky. When the creator of AOT first started on the manga, his drawing skills were less than perfect. With drawings like this of the Smiling Titan, a lot of fans complain that the manga art is really bad at times. But it makes sense, nobody is perfect when they first start something, and to the author's credit, his skill at drawing has only gotten better. But the actual anime also has some questionable drawings, like this one of Jean, or this one of a random person walking by. But something that really pisses off AOT fans is the fact that Armin is always being a baby. From season 1 to season 4, he's always crying about something. I thought things would change after his major glow up in season 4, but he turned out to be as indecisive and baby-like as ever. There's only one thing us anime fans hate more than a loud main character: a whiny side character. One thing that fans hate is how unoriginal the main protagonists in AOT are. Armin is the smart character, Eren is the spirited one, Mikasa is the strong one, Jean is the jerk, and Sasha is the comic relief. It's pretty cliche that all these personalities are in the show, but I understand why Isayama added them. Having a diverse set of characters helps the show be more interesting. But some fans think that the creator could have made the characters a bit more complex. How would you describe Gabi? If you ask most fans, they'd say she's annoying, has way too much screen time, and kills too many important characters. And her character development happened way too fast. She was on Paradise Island for just a little bit, and then decided, oh dang, these people aren't so bad after all. I know she's not supposed to be likable, but her whole character is just kinda meh. Season 1 was extremely popular because the plot was about humans fighting monstrous people-eating creatures, and that's why so many anime fans fell in love with the show. But fans hate how the show's theme changed way back in season 2. The anime went from being about humans struggling against titans to humans fighting against other humans. But while the pacing of season 2 did slow down for me, I can't deny that it was still an amazing season. When Levi destroyed Zeke in season 4, I was hyped, but fans are enraged that he was dumb enough to put the Thunder Spear in Zeke. Levi had completely tied up Zeke and was regularly cutting off his legs so he couldn't transform. Why was a Thunder Spear in the chest needed as additional security? Even worse, letting Zeke be able to detonate the Thunder Spear was just a bad idea. I feel like we all saw it coming that Zeke would blow himself up, and because of this one mistake, Levi lost an eye, a couple fingers, and permanently stopped being humanity's strongest soldier. But at least Levi survived, right? And speaking of surviving, I've seen so many people hate on the plot armor that some of the main characters have. Like, what are the chances that Eren would be swallowed whole by the bearded titan instead of being eaten normally? Or what about this scene where Levi shanks Reiner? Reiner literally got stabbed through the neck and then through the chest, but somehow he was still able to survive. And most people say that Reiner is able to move his subconscious to another part of his body, but that's just more plot armor if you ask me. Some of the most likable characters in the show weren't even main characters, but fans hate the fact that AOT would introduce these extremely likable characters only to use them as Titan food just episodes later. The perfect example is Nishi. Before Levi came around, he was the strongest soldier in all of Paradise. That made him the second strongest soldier before he died. So much could have been done with his character, but the show decided to kill him off. People hate that Historia was impregnated and literally was never talked about again. While you can hate on this, the creator of the anime actually did this on purpose. He didn't want to involve her in the season 4 stuff that was going on, so he basically pushed her to the side. The creator, Isayama, never actually revealed why he wanted her sidelined, but I'm sure we'll find out someday. Erwin Erwin and Levi are both extremely popular characters, but if you had to choose only one to survive, who would you go with? Well, tons of Erwin fans hate the fact that Armin was chosen to be the Colossal Titan rather than Erwin. While Armin is pretty smart, Erwin's experience running the Scout Corps is more valuable. If you look at things logically, it doesn't really make sense to pick a 15-year-old kid over a battle-hardened veteran. I'm not toxic, and I know you aren't toxic, but I'm sure you've seen some pretty toxic AOT fans around the internet. And this is something that people hate about Attack on Titan. A portion of the fan base is just super toxic. If you don't say that your favorite show is AOT, these fans will go off on you and hit you with the meanest insults. I've gotta say that while I've seen a bunch of people complain about this, I personally haven't run into any toxic AOT fans. A bunch of you guys have commented on my videos, and I've had great discussions with all of y'all. But now we're getting into the most hated things in AOT, like the fact that the anime removes important manga scenes. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned this scene from the anime. In the manga, Historia has a really good reason to punch Levi. He found out that she was royalty and basically bullied her into becoming the queen. You can see it in this manga panel when he strangles her and says, "We're going to do anything and everything to make you do whatever we want." This bad treatment made her really angry, so once she became queen, she punched him to get revenge. But in the anime, Historia has no good reason to hit Levi. The only thing that kinda connects is Mikasa mentioning that Historia can punch Levi when she's queen, but there's no motivation for Historia to actually do it. We were all hyped when part 2 of AOT came out, but I'm sure you saw all the hate online when it was revealed that the show was being extended for another year. Lots of fans think that the studio in charge just wanted to make more money. Personally, I'm happy with the extension of the show because I'm going to be really sad when the show finally ends. But speaking of season 4, there's been a lot of fan hate for its CGI. You see, the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan were animated by WIT Studios. However, a new studio called MAPPA took over, mainly because WIT Studios just didn't have a big enough team to handle the anime. Remember, it took 4 years for WIT Studios to release season 2 of AOT, and that season only had 12 episodes. People are saying that this new change in studio is causing some really bad animation in season 4, but I have to say I disagree. Just look at the CGI used on the Colossal Titan in a previous season. This animation is way worse than anything that has come out in season 4. People are only getting mad because there is a slight stylistic change in the latest season, but it's not a bad change. But something that I actually hate about the show is how we never got more information from Freckles' past. She was a pure Titan for nearly 60 years, but we never got a scene where she shared what the world was like 60 years ago. I think we can all agree that Sasha dying sucks, but there are some people out there who really hate that she died. But I don't think they're mad because she died, they're mad that Gabi killed her. Think about it. None of the fans showed this kind of love for Sasha in season 1, 2, or 3. But all of a sudden, they're super mad that she's dead? Doesn't make sense to me. But we gotta talk about how many people actually hate Eren Yeager. In the first couple seasons, he got pretty annoying, but I didn't realize just how many people actually hate him. From what I've seen, they don't like that he's loud, whiny, and basically a crybaby. So while they hated him in the earlier seasons, I'm betting that they like him a lot more in season 4. He's a completely different person now. But this isn't the most hated thing in all of AOT. The Attack on Titan movie probably wins the medal for that achievement. Click this video right here to see the most awful changes in the AOT movie.